Hey guys, it's Abby. Welcome back to the channel, or welcome if you're new. If this is the first time that you've visited my channel, you're in for a great video. You picked a good one. So today I'm doing a challenge where I can only use eyeshadow to do my whole face. So I'll link the rules of this challenge down below. There's like prizes involved, and Amy Lynn was the one that started this, so I'll link hers down below. And then if you just want to click on the hashtag in the description bar, then that will take you to everybody else's video that's doing this challenge also. And yeah, but basically the rundown of the rules is I can use foundation, which I already have on, concealer, setting powder, eyeshadow primer, things like that, but for brows, blush, bronzer, highlighter, lip product, everything has to be from an eyeshadow. So I'm going to show you, I picked 3 palettes that I'm going to try to use for this. I've kind of tried to plan ahead just a little bit. The first one is going to be the Too Faced Natural Eyes palette. I feel like it's got some good like bronzer-ish type colors in there, and maybe eyebrows. And then the BH Shanaxo palette. This may be good for lip product, or maybe good for just eyeshadow. And either of those 2 palettes will be good for highlighter. They both got some really good shimmery shades. And then the last one is the Kat Von D Saint Center palette. I swatched a bunch of eyeshadows, and this was the only one that I could find with a blush type shade. So this one here, yeah, right there, called Sacred Heart. That's the only one that I swatched that kind of looked like it could be a blush also. I need to find a dupe for that because I love it, and I use it on my eyes quite a bit too. I'm afraid I'm gonna run out. Alright, so I've edited up to this part. I'll cut pieces out where I messed up what I said, but I'm not gonna edit too much of the application process. I'm just gonna speed it up in parts, just so you can see exactly what I'm doing here. And then I usually start with like blush and bronzer, so let's just jump right into that. And oh, I forgot to mention that the other stipulation is that we can only use eyeshadow brushes. So in this cup here, I just have all of my eyeshadow brushes. So I'm going to be using the blending ones quite a bit. And I'm just going to wash the cloth here to wipe them off if I want to change colors and use the same one. And also some of these might be a little bit dirty, so I'll have to wipe them off anyways. Alright, so I guess I will start with contour. So I'm going to take this, I'll try this color called Nudie right here, but I don't know, I might use Cashmere Bunny. I don't know if that one's going to be too dark. So I'm just wiping off this Wet n Wild brush. Not bad, actually. I mean, it's a little bit of a sharper line than usual, of course, but I can't really find a way to... I mean, it blended out pretty well, but I just don't know how to make it a thicker line without making it too much. I don't normally do this with my glasses on, but it's just easier for me, so I'm not like up here next to the mirror. And if you project pan, this might be a good way to use up some of your eyeshadow. That actually is not terrible. Like, I don't hate it. I'm using a lot of product, I feel like. That is a-okay. Alright, I'm going to take glasses off and then my nose. I'm not going to use this brush to apply it. I'm going to use a smaller one. Like this flat Wet n Wild. I didn't do anything. Yeah, my glasses just totally smudge. Okay, yeah, that looks like poo. Alright, now I'm going to try to blend that out with this other. Don't know. Yeah, blended out pretty well. But it's not even though. This one's way back and this one's kind of up toward the front. Alright, so I've got contour down, and the next I usually do blush. So I'm going to take the Satan Center palette with the Sacred Heart shade, and what brush should I use? Probably another blending type of brush. I'm going to use this Sonia Kashuk fluffy. This is probably going to be a hot mess. Oh my god. Yeah, this was not my best idea. That looks terrible. When did he get Harry? Just heard purring. Didn't know he was back there. I'm trying to go light-handed on this side to see if it looks any better, but it's not. Oh. I don't know if that's catching on camera just because of this sky's kind of bright, but like I feel like this is old lady blush. And that's as good as it's gonna get. It's not even at all. I'm never taking my blush brush for granted again. Let's close that up. And then I'm probably done with that palette, honestly. And I'll go with this, the Too Faced palette. I'm going to use Silk Teddy as a highlighter brush. I'll just wipe off that same brush that I was using and do that again. I mean, that's not a bad highlight though. Why didn't I use this before? The shade is really nice as a highlighter, but it's just it's kind of overshadowed by the horrible blush situation. Do I want to highlight the metal on my forehead? Yeah, I'll do it for the video. Oh, that's not horrible. This works a bit better than the blush. Oh, here. Okay, now that disaster's over with, let's go on to brows, I'll probably use the same one, and the shade Cashmere Bunny. It's this top one in the middle. And this Real Techniques brow brush, I think it's called. Yeah, brow brush. So I'm taking that Cashmere Bunny and this is okay. I'm having to lean up because it's hard to see with the opposite side here. And I feel like I'm using a lot of product for this part too. Okay, I think those are okay. And now on to just eyeshadow. So I'm just going to use the Shine-X-O palette here and use this Morphe brush and go into this yellow that blush. I can see it with my glasses off. Oh god, it's horrible. I think this is what my makeup looked like when I first started in like high school or middle school, whenever that was. I don't remember. Actually, no. I didn't even use blush for a long time. But I did start out doing my brows with the eyeshadow. It was a trio from CoverGirl. And it was like a shimmery shade. It looked like I was sweating all the time. Alright, now that one's done, and then I'm going to put this shade on the outer part with this little Wet n Wild brush. That is not showing up. I don't think that it likes the brush. Let me try a different one. This e.l.f. brush. Trying to make sure that I'm still recording because it likes to turn itself off. Okay, we're good. We got like 15 minutes. I'm not getting this everywhere. Like I know how to do eyeshadow. That's why is it so hard when I'm only using eyeshadow. Then next I'll take a smaller brush. Where did it go? Okay, this Sonia Kashuk brush here, and I'm going to take this pink shade up here. Just put that on the inner part of the lid. Okay, that worked a lot better than the other one. Alright, and then I'm going to take a blending brush. Where did it go? This one, another Morphe blending brush, and I'm just going to take this red shade just to kind of deepen everything. Always got raspy all of a sudden. eyebrows look kind of weird now that I'm paying more attention to them. I think that was a little bit bigger of an eyebrow brush than I would usually use. Just thought it would make it faster, but faster doesn't always mean better. Alright, and then I'm going to take this Real Techniques, this is the shading brush, and just put this red underneath the lower lash line. I'll probably get your knees messed up. Alright, and then I found it. I'm going to take this really light shimmery shade and put that in the inner corner and on the brow bone. Okay, and now I guess we're on to eyeliner. I'm going to take this Eco Tools flat eyeliner brush and try this dark shade. It's not really a black, it's not really a brown, I don't know what you would call it. But we'll see if this works. Maybe I should wet it for this. I wasn't going to do that, but that's the only way that it's going to look decent. Just taking the setting spray. It's almost out. Had trouble. I should spray my hand. And then, yeah, it's better. Okay. That's halfway decent, I think. Then I'm going to try a little bit of a wing. I've definitely done better. Up to here, spray's not coming out. Okay, now I'm going to wing on this side. Alright, I mean, they're quite uneven. Well, that is the best that I can do. Cool, got it. Alright, so I think that's pretty much everything. Oh, lips, but I will do mascara first. Just so I don't feel like a crazy person. Any more than I already do. Okay, so this is what I got so far, and what I'm going to do for lips, I had lip balm on before. I'll wipe it off just a little bit so it's not gross. And then I will try, trying to decide. So I want to do too glittery, because I'm not a glittery lip product kind of person. I guess I'll go for this shade right here that I put on the lid that might tie the look together. Maybe. Oh, brush. What kind of brush should I use? I have no idea. I'm wiping off this Wet n Wild one. Remember to sanitize this palette because I'm not that comfortable putting like my lips where next to something that's gonna go on my eyes. Okay, maybe I should have left the lip balm on. The funny thing is, if you haven't seen this palette, it has lipsticks on the other side, but this is an eyeshadow only challenge, so it's gonna deal with it. I mean, that doesn't look awful, honestly. It just really feels really dry. And then I'm going to take a little bit maybe of this lighter shade. Make it super shiny. Alright, so I think that is it, aside from the wonky eyeliner and the blush and this really thin. That's the most thinnest I think my eyebrow has ever been. But right here, I'm going to take my glasses off so you can see, and I'll try to insert like a selfie in this video. I'm still really digging that highlighter, so I'll have to use that, you know, when I'm actually doing makeup normally. Alright, so that was it for this video. Thank you to Amy Lynn for starting this challenge. I think it was a good idea. I had seen this kind of floating around, like I've seen comments on other people's videos asking them to do like the eyeshadow only challenge, but I feel like this one is a little bit better, and I wanted to join in on a challenge at some point, but you know, the thing was going around with like the full face of glitter, which I don't have any really glitters that I could do that with, and I don't have enough different shades of liquid lipstick to do the full face of liquid lipstick, which I wouldn't do that anyways. That sounds absolutely horrible, trying to remove all that. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. If you didn't run away screaming when I put this blush on, please subscribe so you don't miss any future videos, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.